Oh, oh, oh. Welcome to Meaningful Morning and a joyous Independence Day to all. Chapter 15 is the spirit of Bhagavad Gita, and the very last word of this spirit of the Bhagavad Gita is Bharata. Bha means light, not an external light, but an internal light which we can describe as awareness. And Rata means to revel in this awareness. We are already reveling in this awareness. The fact that I'm speaking and you're listening is reveling in this awareness. But when you know this, that's when one becomes content. And so, the second last name that Sri Krishna uses for Prince Arjuna in this spirit of Bhagavad Gita is Anagha. Agha means sinner, one who has forgotten themselves. Anagha means the one who is pure, the one who has remembered themselves. I'm reading a quote to you from Puja Swami Chinmayananda that relates very much to how the one who is Anagha remembers who they are, starts to feel Bharata, reveling in this awareness. One who has the noble ideal. Before I die, I must give more to the world than the world has given to me. Will have more creative thoughts. Their endeavors will naturally be geared towards a more noble way of living. As we keep sharing with each other, Joyous Independence Day, check Facebook, Instagram, Twitter about how much is being shared about this. If you were to meet Bharat Mata, if you were to meet Prince Arjuna, Sri Krishna, and you ask them, has the world given more to you, or have you given more to the world? Where will the scale balance out? This past weekend, when I was in Boston, I facilitated a retreat on the art of intention. And the orientation I shared with everyone is for one not to live robotically, not to live in a automated way. And so our first learnings were about the yamas. Don't live in a fast way. Don't live in a comparative way. As we moved through these yamas or don'ts, the final one I shared with all of our young adults, evolving adults, is Satya. Satya in English means non-compromise. The narrative from a dharmic thinker that I shared with all was Rishika Anda. When she committed to marrying Sri Ranganath, she married Sri Ranganath, so much so that she merged with him. Prakriti and Purusha became one. There was no compromise. The narrative from a diverse thinker was from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Ralph Waldo Emerson encourages us to be an individual. Now, this seems very contrary to what we're exposed to when he's sharing we should be an individual. That is, we should be directing ourselves to infinity. The majority of individuals are conformists. They're followers. They pride themselves in such a sense of individuality, which makes them feel more separate from the next individual. But if you think of any master, any pioneer, they were also individuals. They didn't go with the flow. But them being an individual was directed towards the infinite. In 1947, India became free from a foreigner telling them what their culture and religion should be like. And we are the beneficiaries of this political freedom. Today is only Independence Day if you're investing in your culture and religion. What's the point of political freedom if you can't be intentional with your own culture and religion? Let Independence Day not just be about fireworks and singing. Independence Day is to direct us to independence. So again, a joyous Independence Day to all. In verse 13, Sri Krishna has shared how important plants are to being and the earth is to plants, and Sri Krishna as energy is to the earth. A seeker in our community who's well read shared with me. There is a very scientific and important process plants take at night. They actually stop performing photosynthesis and start doing the same growth cycle at the cellular level like our cells perform in order to build. So there is something amazing that our scriptures recognized, that plants do something essential at night. This is the teaching about being exposed to the sun and the moon. In verse 14, a couple of reflections about eating plants with respect, treating plants with respect. In terms of eating them, we eat so many types of plants. You can eat a pumpkin, you can eat a pear. The plants are diverse, but the digestive system is singular. You have one stomach, essentially one intestine. It takes all of that diversity and turns it into unity, correct? Whether it's defecated or it becomes your blood. But that's amazing. And even that conversion or digestion, that's only because of the presence of Sri Krishna's heat. one more reflection in terms of treating plants with respect. If you were in a taxi and you were going from the airport to my home, and that taxi driver intentionally took you to so many other places before coming to my home so that you'd have to pay more, you'd be frustrated. Yes, you may take down their name and number. Treating plants with respect is eating them directly rather than indirectly. So I can eat the pig that eats the plants, or I can eat the plants that the pig would have eaten. That's a way to treat plants with respect. In verse 13, Shri Krishna is encouraging us to be deeper. In verse 14, he's encouraging us to be deeper. These both relate to what we do every day. Now he takes this to a very philosophical level in verse 15. A really lovely verse. One that perhaps is the spirit of the spirit. Maybe verse 15 is the summary verse of this chapter. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha matta smritirjnanamapohanam cha vedaischa sarverahameva vidyaha vedanta kridveda videva chaham. Joy. Sarvasya means all. Aham, Shri Krishna, Hridi means in their hearts. Sannivishtaha, nivasa means to live. Here, samnivishtaha means to be established. Shri Krishna has gone from our digestive system to our heart. Lots of things can happen to our digestive system, and we can carry on. If anything happens to your heart physically or emotionally, it is very hard to carry on. Additionally, mattaha means from Shri Krishna comes smriti, your memory, jnanam, your knowledge, apohanam, and the absence of memory. We're all experiencing that, right? So don't take it so seriously. If you forget, it's because Shri Krishna. And the absence of knowledge. If you don't remember this and that, don't take it so seriously. Connecting these two quarters. Shri Krishna is in your heart. Shri Krishna is in your head. Shri Krishna is in you. Shri Krishna is you. Just think of these last three verses. He's in the sun and the moon and the beings and the plants and the earth and the energy. It's all macro. Then micro, he's in the chewing, he's in the digesting, he's in the circulating. Now, more important than any food system is your head and heart. If something were to fall on you, you would cover yourself like this, essentially. You don't cover your ankle. Elbow, don't get hurt. Head, it's okay. This is where you are. Vedaihi means through the Veda. Sarvehi, all. You, me, those who are not part of Meaningful Mornings. We don't know why they're not part of Meaningful Morning, but including them. Aham eva vedyaha. The vision, the purpose of the Veda is to know divinity. Here Shri Krishna knocks out the karma kanda. The purpose of the Veda, the purpose of life is not to be successful. It is to be meaningful, intentional, pure, so that you feel who is in your head, who is in your heart. Vedanta Krit, who wrote the Vedas? Shri Krishna is the author of the Vedas. Veda vid aham. And who's the one who knows the Vedas? That's Shri Krishna too. And connecting these quarters. The purpose of your head is to know who's in your heart. The sole purpose of your head, your brain, your IQ, your EQ, is to know who lives in your heart. And Shri Krishna is also sharing here to trust him. He wrote the Veda. He knows the Veda. So when he shares with all of us, if you use the Veda well, if you follow Bhagavad Gita well, you will be me. Final part of Bhagavad Gita is on Asi. From inspiration to application. Your application yesterday was to expose yourself to a cold circumstance. How many of you did this? Everyone ate more ice cream. Irrespective of how much cold you exposed yourself to, your body eventually became warm. Yes? It naturally became warm. How? When your body is struggling and it goes back to its natural state, be grateful. Be grateful for the presence in your head, your heart, your digestive system, your mouth, and so. Your application for this morning. Tomorrow, I'm speaking to a business group at Blue Cross Blue Shield. I'm speaking to them on investing in emotional intelligence. I want you to come up with how you would facilitate this 1-hour workshop on investing in emotional intelligence. Share that on our website. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be joy.